Hey everybody, before we get started in this video, I do just want to say that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And please go out and do your own research on techniques, so that way if your wine does suck, it's not my recipe, it's yours. Today we're going to go ahead and transfer our peach tea wine into a carboy. I haven't had a chance to do it. It sat longer than I would have liked, but that's going to be okay. We're still going to transfer it over and go from there. So let's start. Let's go ahead, open this up, take the brew bag out. Take that airlock off. It still smells really good. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a close-up and let you see what it looks like when I go ahead and open the bucket. So that's what it looks like in there as soon as you open it up, and I'll be taking out the brew bag for you guys, so hang on just a second. I do have a lovely bowl ready to catch the brew bag, so let's go ahead and take this out. If I can find where I tied it up at, there it is. Okay. It still smells good, I'll tell you that. And just transfer it over into the bowl. Whew. Girl. Oh my God. She's so strong. It smells so good, but it's so strong. I don't know how else to explain that smell. You know what? I actually want to know like what the alcohol is reading in this. So we obviously can tell that this is a finished wine. And we are at 0.990. So it is definitely finished, everybody. If I can remember correctly, I did put it at around 15% potential alcohol, so that's basically what this is. She smells strong, but it smells delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over to the carboy now. Okay, so I have to stand on a stool because I'm like super short, so just give me like 2 seconds. You just give this thing a couple pumps to get a good flow going. And once you got it going, you can just kind of let it drop down in there like that. And yeah, she's flowing. One thing I'd like to talk to you guys all about is the reason why I keep my buckets a little bit higher on the table is because you need gravity to be able to pull, you know, your wine down into the carboy. So that's why I lowered my table. Thank God it lowers. And that's why I always raise my buckets up that are brewing, so it's easier to be able to transfer. So you can see here I have my cinnamon apple wine up on its own bucket. So when I want to transfer it again, you know, I have the gravity to pull it down through the hosing. Speaking of cinnamon apple wine, I went ahead and transferred it and I put some apple juice in there to fill it up the rest of the way, and it started fermenting again. So I do have a little bit of fermentation going. I did the same thing with my tropical berry wine, the coconut berry. It's over there, and I did put some juice into that one as well. I can't remember what it was. And when I did, it is actually starting to re-ferment as well. So it's always good, like instead of adding more water, if you have too much airway at the neck, just add some more juice and it'll actually start to re-ferment, and it can actually start to change some flavors in the wines. The more it ages and the more it keeps fermenting. So if there's always sugar left over, obviously I added sugar by putting in more apple juice, so that's why it kept fermenting. We're just gonna let this flow into here, and I'll get as much as I can out, and we'll just have to keep racking and racking and racking until we have a nice clear peach tea wine. One thing I will do before I get to the bottom of the bucket is I will actually take a sample, see what the flavor's like. I mean, it smells really good, And not only is there like that really good peach smell, it is super strong. So I'm really excited to find out how this is going to taste and if it's going to need back sweetened in the future or what, because I did put the tea bags in it. And something that's different about putting tea bags in wine is that's a tannin. So you don't want to have too much tannin, because tannin can make your wines have a bitter taste to it. So I'm really hoping that this is not super bitter. Yeah, so yeah, I'm super happy to have you guys watching this with me, and we'll just let this keep going. Let's fast forward and watch it rise. I'll show you the sediment in the bucket. This is about as much as I'm going to get for this carboy. So let me show you the sediment. So that's all the funky sediment down there. You can see it. I mean, I've done messed it and stirred it up, but I mean, it was quite a bit of sediment, and I did not want to get that too much in the carboy. A little bit of sediment is fine to get. I mean, obviously you'll have to rack it over a few times, and sediment doesn't necessarily is a bad thing for it, but too much is, and there was quite a bit in here, so I didn't want to get that in the carboy. Because I didn't get it all the way full, what I will do next is I actually have a juice bottle. If you didn't notice in the back, it's peach medley. So what I'll do is I'll just fill the rest of that carboy up with the peach juice. So we'll supplement. I did go ahead and take like a little sample of what was there before I add the peach juice in. So I do want to just have a sample of it, see what it does taste like. So I'll taste this for you guys now. It is dry. It's a dry wine. It still has a big background of peach behind it. It's not like, it's definitely full of alcohol. I could tell you that one, but because it has that softness of that peach behind it, it does go down very nicely. The smell is delectable. I always think they always smell so good. It's just like a fresh bouquet. Like, it smells really good. It's strong. It is strong to take down. It's not bitter, but it is dry. So it has a tiny bit of sharpness to it, like as far as acidity. So I'm very happy that the tea didn't like make it too, ooh, you know what I mean? So the tannin for the tea bags actually worked really good. So I am actually impressed. Here's my peach juice, and we're just gonna add this in to supplement what we could not get out of all that sediment. So if you have like a funnel, that would probably be good right now. If you don't, you know, life still goes on. Sweetness, sugar. So we'll see what does happen. Right. So the next thing that you're going to need to do, get a disinfected rubber stopper and a nice disinfected clean airlock. Fill it up to the fill line with water, of course. And then you'll put it down in here. Just like that. Okay. And that's it. So I will put this up on the table, and we're just going to let this, like we always do, keep clarifying, letting all that sediment just keep dropping to the bottom, seeing if maybe it starts re-fermenting again. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. And yeah, and that was it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please hit the like button if you are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I hope that you take a second to take a chance, stick around, and see what other videos I have made. And I'm always coming up with new recipes, and I'm pretty sure you're going to love them as much as I do. So thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day. And as always, happy fermenting.